Hi everybody, John with you. Welcome back to my channel. And today we do our empties videos. Kind of a short video because, as you may or may not know, I was actually gone during most of the month of July. I was in Florida, and so I didn't burn that much this month back home. But let me show you what I went through in the month of July. First up, one of my favorites, I usually really love, Suntan, Bath & Body Works. This is the White Barn edition. This one reads Sun-Kissed Citrus, Orange Blossoms, Coconut Husk, and Essential Oils. I love this candle. It smells just basically like copper tone suntan lotion, straight up. That's it. Right out of the bottle. I have to say, every year I usually get this one, and this year I was a bit disappointed with the performance. The scent was great, but this had really puny wicks, and the first two nights that I burnt it, it just struggled the whole time with teeny tiny little flames, and I eventually just poured some out, which I kind of hate to do. And then after that, it pretty much burnt okay, although I will say I think as a result it never really threw quite as strong as it has in past years. So I was a little bit disappointed. This was, you know, not a dud, but just not great in terms of performance as it usually has been. And so I couldn't really enjoy the full scent of it as much. After pouring some wax out, I mean, they were still kind of somewhat puny flames, but it was okay. Another one that also had puny wicks was a Bath & Body Works White Barn Sunlit Cashmere. I like the, I guess it's not really a label because it's actually sort of indented. I don't know what it is, but sort of tribal looking, right? I like it. The fragrance notes on this one are Moroccan Jasmine, Creamy Coconut, Orange Flower Blossom. This was a very different scent. Like I mean, generic in a way. Like I don't exactly know what it is, but it's, I would say, kind of white floral, kind of a little citrusy. Coconut, I don't know. But yeah, it's sort of generic, sort of white flower citrusy to me. I think there's quite a few scents sort of out there like that. I don't know what it has to do with cashmere, and I'm not even sure I really know what cashmere smells like, but this one also had puny wicks, and I had to pour wax out. I know the wicks are really out of place in this one. They weren't when I was burning it, because once I got to the end of it, I put it on the electric melter, right? Electric warmer, and I just let it kind of melt, and sometimes the wicks separate then. So actually the wicks were fine, although they were kind of small, puny at the beginning and kind of small, and as a result it didn't throw as much as it should have. And I think this is kind of a light scent anyway. It was maybe like a 5 or a 6. Yeah. Then we have a couple of aquatic ones. This one is from Haven Street, really nice large 3-wick one called, I can't even read, I need new glasses. Oh, Island Lagoon. I got 3 of these at Ross for $7.99. Different scents, but all in like an aquatic theme. And they're very pretty candles. The labels are very pretty on them. This one burnt great. I had no problems as far as the performance goes. And it's just sort of an aquatic scent, ocean scent, slightly green, I would say. A little bit of greenery, a little bit of sandiness. You know, kind of a typical ocean scent kind of candle. The throw was not fantastic on this. It was okay. I burnt it most of the time actually out here in my lantern, which has a big heavy candle in it right now, but which is quite pretty when it's burning. But it didn't really fill this space at all. It was just kind of a light 4, I would say. You know, you could not smell it that much unless you kind of sort of hung your head over the lantern there. And then Bath & Body Works Blue Ocean Waves right here. And this one says beach breezes, citrus spray, sun-drenched wood. And again, I would say this was just a fairly typical kind of aquatic scent with a bit of a sand, wood, earthy, something a little earthy going on there. And again, you know, I don't know, maybe a touch of citrus. It says citrus. I don't really know. Again, for me, it's pretty generic and nice and pleasant. Ocean scent with a little bit of sandiness or woodiness or something. This one was fine. I didn't have any problems on the performance with this or the wicks. Everything was fine, and it was a good thrower. It was about a 7, pretty strong. I burnt it several places around the apartment, and it did really well, no matter where I had it. Last thing I show you actually is a votive candle I got a long time ago on sale. A Yankee candle votive Blue Summer Sky, which I just pulled the wick out and melted in my melter. And on cold sniff, it was kind of nice. It's just sort of a summery air scent, and it does have a bit of a powdery scent to it. I know I'm always picking up baby powder in everything. It's like a weird mental illness or something. I think there's baby powder in everything. But it does smell a little baby powdery and summery air. However, even melting it, this was so light, I could barely smell it. I had it in the bathroom most of the time melting, and yeah, it was there, maybe a 4, you know, but not strong at all. Yeah, so that's all that I burnt in the month of July, because as I said, I was gone for the majority of the month. So that's all I have. So yeah, been watching your empties, curious to see what all you've been burning and what your experience with them has been. And if you've had any of these candles this time around, let me know how they went. So have a wonderful August. I know I put up my burning schedule for the month of August a few days ago, so that's up. So enjoy that, and I'll enjoy watching your videos. And I hope you have a wonderful month of August. It's very hot today. Again, we have a hurricane passing to the 2 hurricanes actually passing to the south of us, which is what they generally do, the south or the north. They pass. We're not in a hurricane path in Hawaii. And we have 2 that are passing by, but I guess they're sort of dissipating. I was actually looking forward when a hurricane goes past us, south or north, especially south, we get high surf here, which is kind of cool in Waikiki because you don't really get big surf here, so we'll get bigger waves in Waikiki. And then we usually get some nice rain and some windiness and blustery days, and it's nice. Personally, it might kind of suck if you're on vacation, but we had 1 day of blustery weather, and that was it. And now it's back to being very, very hot. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. The other hurricane is, I think, passing tomorrow, so maybe we'll get a little blusteriness from that. I don't know. So I hope everything's well for you, and we will talk to you later.